breakdown and all of that. But we have to get to the rest of the story. I mentioned this off the top. 16 drivers going to the rear in this race. And the main reason why NASCAR and the teams got together to save some money. They partnered up last week's race with today, made it a doubleheader. So if you crashed last week, go to a backup, you're going to the rear. That put a lot of teams behind the 8 ball early.
But you see this, though. There's 16 cars going to the back. You're not really starting in the back. You know, if you're in the front of those 16 cars, you're still not all the way back there. And we've seen so many times. You get some fast cars back there, and there's a few of them on that list that have some really fast cars here today. They're going to be fun to watch the first 15 laps. They are going to be blowing through the field like you.
Green, green, green. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Green, 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 green. Underway at Las Vegas.
Jump on the initial start, but Barry ripped it around the second lane of 1 and 2.
4 wide back there.
Here, trying to get to a quarter panel in 3 and 4.
It's a tricky place to get to the outside. You want to definitely try to do that earlier if you were able to, but you're right. That run he got through 1 and 2 was pretty impressive. The 16 had a great launch.
That's the one thing I noticed. Noah Gregson in the 9 behind his teammate. Got to help when you're getting that shove, right?
Doesn't hurt.
We talked to Riley Hurts, 33rd, and dropping pretty quickly. He's having trouble getting going. I'm not really sure if he's might just take some time for pressures to build up, but definitely have to start the Riley line, I'll tell you.
Something we'll talk a lot about today, too, is the tunnel bump. Turns 1 and 2 has a big bump over there, and we're going to have low air pressures right now. The cars will get on the splitter and kind of move you up the racetrack, and that's why some of the times that second lane down there is going to work well, too. But it would be fun to watch the 54 here moving through.
Oh, days around.
Onto it into the wall. Decent contact. No caution yet. Keep in mind, Ty Gibbs, one of those
in the truck race
drivers
last night
that started at the rear, was already inside the top 15. And Sega driver that had recorded 2 top 10 finishes to begin the year, but he is beat up early.
And that just ruined his day.
Let's keep hanging here, about 10 more.
You see everyone spreading to avoid him. Everyone's done a nice job of getting one smoking real bad right behind him.
And now the caution is out.
Blown engine.
With A.J. Allmendinger leading, 5 laps in.
Yep.
And that's Brennan Poole in the 46.
Who's that on his hood?
Looks like that one blew up.
Yeah, look at all the fire.
Replay of what we thought would produce our first caution of the day.
That air, I knew it was going to happen, and he's gone.
Did he touch him? It was
He never touched him as the air.
Sure. I thought so initially.
No, it's just the air. Just the air.
Ooh, it is close.
Might have got a tap.
We're back in a moment on FS1.
There's the smallest tap, but it's mainly the air, though. Even if it was a tap, it's still the air.
Dinger got a good push there. He launched pretty good, but Hamrick was there to get to the bumper. See how the bottom kind of fends off for Hamrick. See, we talked about the second lane maybe being preferred lane, you know, especially for the first lap, it seems like. So let's kind of see how that plays out. Everyone's watching that, you know, everyone's watching how the
speedy dry back there, where the engine blew.
11 cautions last night. Look at the number. 11 cautions last night in the Camping World Truck Series race. And I feel like 9 of those 11 restarts, the leader took the outside lane. And we'll confirm, but the high percentage was the outside. And already today, twice we've seen Allmendinger start on the inside. And it's working out for him, right? I mean, he's out front looking good.
So this is a kind of tricky spot to be in. Daniel Hamrick on the bottom. That's hard to be on the entry, door-to-door into turn 3 with the wind blowing the way it is. It's a tricky place to be. You see, he lost a little bit of momentum, getting a little bit challenged from behind.
So the wind's blowing down the back, right? So I have a theory that if you are the outside car in 3 and 4, the wind is blocked by the don't get as much wind hitting your door. So the second lane might be even more preferred if you have someone on the bottom. We have a caution.
Guy in the series, he's running full time. How important, Ryan, is it for you to do that? Have words, let somebody know you're there and you see what they're doing. It's somebody that you have to race every week.
Yeah, no, he definitely has probably got to learn his lesson, if you know what I mean.
So is this finished today?
I don't think so.
Right. All right, there you go, Adam.
Something to watch for as the race goes on, because we're only like 15 laps in, so we got a long way to go. I mean, we were just talking about this, being a young driver, and the lessons you learn. How intimidating when someone double your age comes over and you probably know he's in the right. How intimidating is that for Ty Gibbs?
Yeah. It was not.
Do you want to throw it to commercial break
Yeah,
here?
I mean, I've been through this before, guys. I've been there, and I mean, sometimes you just gotta live with the consequences of this whole thing, and it's unfortunate. I've had those conversations before, and there's a lot of times when I first started, I didn't realize I was doing anything wrong until someone came over and said something. And like you said, Ryan C. going over there and explaining his side of the story is probably good. I mean, I'm a big believer in trying to talk it out. It doesn't sound like it went that well, but I'm a big fan of at least trying to explain the situation first. Like Ryan said.
And it was my fault, but we were all packed up underneath each other there, and once he started to get a little bit arrow free, I just, once it happens, it's so quick when they come to you, and I just didn't have enough time to get out of it, and we've seen it before, so I made my mistake on that part, so. And I told him, like I said, my goal is to wreck you or to ruin your day, you wouldn't have made it around another lap, and it was my fault. But I feel like we got a fast Monster Energy Toyota GR Supra, and hopefully we don't have any precipitation here.
Are you concerned at all that this isn't over between you guys today on the track?
And if he wants to keep it going, he can. But like I said, it wasn't my fault. I wasn't wrecking him for a win. I wasn't wrecking him at all. It was, I made a mistake, but it wasn't like I was trying to do it on purpose.
Thanks, Ty. Appreciate it.
So this is like a lap earlier, right? Almost a full lap earlier from when they got together, I believe.
I think this is going down to turn 3 when the moment happens here. You see the 54 able to pack air. That's what he's talking about. Gets loose and then gets that tap, and that was enough to finish off Ryan C. And I get that, when one car, you start getting one loose.
When you start this race.
Yeah, I think that there are two polar opposites. The trucks, you have a lot of downforce and not a lot of motor, so it's more momentum-based, wide open. And the Xfinity car, you have no downforce, really, and quite a bit of power. So you're out of the gas more, using a little bit of brake, trying to help it turn. So there's still things that you can take away from running the truck here last night to try and transfer over into the race, and just different things with how the track changed as the cooler temperatures. It's definitely cooled off since we had the snow shower here, so kind of crazy.
You're racing here for Sam Hunt Racing, a team and organization that's still growing with different drivers in the seat. What do you gain, and how do you help them when you run these races?
For me, to settle a score with the 54, and it's a shame. That's what happens. You usually get innocent bystanders that get damaged from that, and you hate to see that stuff.
NASCAR's going to frown on this big time.
Like it must have been super close.
You see him pulled behind the wall here. So I believe it ends your day when you have damage like that.
Yeah, and I don't think they probably had any intent of continuing, right? They feel like their work here is done.
I think the 54 comes out of this with no damage, to be honest with you, I think. You see him, he's working him up their track, gets a little bit of left front damage. With this composite body, I don't think that's really anything. You see that, I don't know who that was. Brett Moffitt there got a good chunk of the wall, which... I mean, I've been an innocent bystander on retaliation before. It just stinks.
I mean, it is already coming off.
Best condition, talking about Ryan Sieg, but we had received word from NASCAR. 39 needs to come in and clean things up. I've got to believe that their spotters around the track saw what was coming, and maybe that was part of the reason they said, let's bring him down. I could be wrong, but common sense says that's a possibility.
Yeah, and honestly, this puts NASCAR in a judgment call. The 16 cleared him again without a push, but
I think Barry's going to be able to get on the quick.
They got loose. The 90 shoved it down in there pretty.
Sam Mayer going for the lead.
You order me that number 1 slash truck.
Gets back to the
Yes,
door.
sir. The 9 wins, that'd be great because that'd be like in the Cup Series. I'm number 9, feel good. The 1 wins, I'm gonna be ordering that Slash number 1
Noah really
this
drove
week.
it down into the corner strong. You see it getting loose, chasing up the racetrack.
How nervous when you're inside of
Number 1
someone
Slash. I'm gonna be ordering it
in
this
the
week.
corner here, because I feel like every time you get so
Ooh,
comfortable.
baby.
We're driving in much deeper, but I know it's tough, but you're driving in farther than you were earlier. We got you. Front folks. Copy.
They are showing their hand, but they're all behind.
9, baby. Maybe we can finally get that 9 in victory lane.
We're looking to win the opening stage.
On
Off the
YouTube,
turn
yeah.
4, back to the green and white checkers.
Casey Kane, but it's
Engine
Noah Gregson.
Number 9 is strong. Stage win in his career, number 15.
Yes, sir. I'm starting to wonder what's going to happen here at the end with 127 laps to go. Now it'll be 126 laps to
He
go.
leads 32 laps. Goes from 1st to 6th on the track. Goes from
Now
6th
falls
to
back.
12 on a cycle of pit stops at the end of
Well, I mean,
stage 1.
that stage just now getting that dirty air.
15 and appears to be
You know, just now getting that dirty air and the car starts getting loose because you're used to being out there in that clean air, you know. I hope it gets back going.
And we get our 6th caution of the day.
Head on.
92 is
Camaro.
Kyle Weatherman.
Has all the looks of getting loose off of 2 and headed to the infield, but let's see what it looks like.
Tough break for him after finishing 16th.
That sounds like he got some help.
That does sound like it.
He got loose, up under it, trying to change it. Who knows?
Just got new tires too.
It's way in the distance. They're telling us right there off
Already sideways.
Yeah, way back there.
Looks like I can't pick out the car.
Is that Brett Moffitt?
Like the 07.
07, Joe Graff
Possibly.
Jr.? Hard to
Right
tell.
there, here comes the inside wall.
Tire blew right before he hit. Might have helped the car a little bit actually. When he got that more below the damage. He didn't get much damage up here because the tire blew.
Back into the wheels.
See right there, pop.
Not saying you can't fix it, but it's not as simple as you
Little
think.
tire popped right
Brennan
there.
Poole out with an engine. Ryan Sieg out after crashing, and we could see the end of the day for Kyle Weatherman. They'll work on that race.
He ain't gonna be able to win, but I think he'll still be running.
15 laps to go. Stage 2. Gregson, Mayer, Gibbs, Austin Hill, Josh Berry, your top 5 from Vegas.
Yes, sir. With the
Better
action.
angle of it. The 07 just, oh, jeez. Nothing he could do.
No, nothing. Those things happen so fast.
But look at that give and the safer barrier.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just unbelievable.
Look how high the back tires came off the ground.
Like axle broke, everything.
Well, this is our 7th caution, and it's probably going to end stage 2 because we've got less than 5 laps to go, and this is going to take a little bit to get all cleaned up. So very unlikely that we'll clean it up and restart before the stage is called good.
Yeah, something you see in those slow motion impacts like that in areas that they walking, which is great. I'm sure when you take a hit like that, I mean, it knocks the breath out of you at the minimum. I'm sure he's going to be pretty sore in the morning after something like that. Here's some radio from the 07.
Did he turn us there, or were we not clear? We weren't clear. He was still there, bumper. I don't think we're clear.
Joe Graff Jr.
Yeah. That kind of has all your answers to it right there, I guess.
Joe Graff was an okay driver. Joe
So
Graff
we've got word that
Jr.
they
I don't
will
know
not
yet.
go back green to end the stage. It's going to end under caution, and barring something really crazy.
Gregson
with
again,
3 to go the
and
next
look at that,
time around,
Gibbs.
Noah Gregson is going to get the sweep today. Won the
Gibbs.
opening stage, and looks like he's going to do it here in stage 2 as well.
I think Gibbs gonna wind up winning the race.
Gibbs is 2nd. Mayer with a good day is 3rd. Austin Hill up there. Daniel Hemrick, Jones, Berry, Nemechek, Truex, Allgaier. The other drivers that are going to score points in stage 2.
What's up,
Yes, sir.
Jones.
Unscheduled stop, but right on the outside edge of the window. Might be able to make it work.
This puts him in, it's early. It's pretty early. Now he's just praying that there's no caution. You're going to go a lap down here. You're praying that there's no caution before you can unlap yourself. You know, and then it might.
That's what happened to me last week with the 9 car at this very track. When we're getting lapped, wound up finishing 38.
Before the caution does come out or before everyone pits.
Here he is, Vince.
He has been so close to winning here at his home track before.
Could this be deja vu?
Able to get it done for one reason or another. Now this is definitely a bad break for Noah Gregson. You saw the wrench in the rear, putting a chassis, making a chassis adjustment. The 4 tires.
50th anniversary for them, 40th anniversary for Gravy.
Take a look at it when they pull it off on this side of the wall, but a tough break for the 9 of Gregson.
Yeah, but I go back to what you said, Ryan. If you don't get a caution here in the next 10, 12 laps, everybody's going to make their green flag pit stop.
Yeah.
And while they're out there on older tires now, he's on those fresh tires running quicker lap times. If the cautions come at the right time, this could turn into a little bit of a good break, maybe. I mean, that's being very optimistic, but you never know.
It possibly can put him in a really good spot here if a caution falls at the right time, because right now you're right. He's out there on the racetrack. He's going to be the fastest car on the racetrack by probably a couple seconds until the rest of the field pits. Now, once the rest of the field pits, he's going to be the slowest car on the racetrack, and they're going to run him back down. And, ultimately, you want to try to split this thing, right in the middle of the stage. And, he pitted so early that he really didn't drag anybody with him to pit a few laps before halfway through the stage because it was so early. So, right now, I think it's about 4 or 5 laps since he pitted, maybe 4 laps. So, he's going to make up time. He's going to be in the lead when it does cycle. But for how long, we'll have to see.
Right now, shown Allmendinger, your top 5 as we hit the 4th quarter in Las Vegas.
These 2 for $6 crispy and spicy fish sandwiches. So, see you soon then. Arby's, we have the meat.
Watching on the inside down there, I'm watching.
has helped over 7 million kids develop their passion for learning. And now we're providing $88 billion to support underserved communities, helping us all move forward financially.
TNT Bank. See how we can make a difference for you. This year, there are more tax credits at stake than ever before. Thousands more. The tax pros at Jackson Hewitt will help track down every last dollar. Jackson Hewitt is there to make sure you don't miss a single deduction, so you can get your biggest refund guaranteed.
Getting up to it in Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and the battle for the lead is on. Here comes Justin Allgaier to take the top spot back from teammate Noah Gregson.
He didn't make it easy, though. I will say that. Noah gave him a battle, fighting I think he's 7 laps on the tires on there or so. So he's at a disadvantage, but there's some good racing there for about 2 or 3 laps as they're battling each other. Just radio on the 7 here.
Make it on fuel, correct? If they can, it'll be amazing. I just want to push the team to it right now, burn myself up, you know what I mean? So you're running right down there.
And now, we'll see how it unfolds.
Hopefully Ryan's all right. You see him get the wheel off there. It's a pretty hard leg as well as Stephen Parsons.
Radiator gone.
Connected when we saw it, so we'll look at it on the replay, but a lot of damage there.
Not ARP, it's ARP.
Also got a piece of the action. He's going to the garage, be done.
You should wonder what happened here. It's such a long green flag run.
Won't know if he can still run. They're probably telling him no.
Let's see.
Keep an eye. 34 is going to pop up. There he is.
Oh, 34 lost it in front of him.
Nowhere to go.
Well, Landon Castle going for a slide, too, in the 10.
Well, I guess that makes up his mind if he's going to play. Yeah, you see the 34 just sideways in front of him. Jeez, there's nowhere to go.
I think the 99 didn't even know what happened.
How far under the 99 was under the 6 car? That's called windshield deep. When you see the rear tires up on your windshield.
I don't see any flats on Jesse's car. Looks like he just got loose. And Luke did, unfortunately, for the
Reminds me of 2011 at Daytona when they wrecked it, 2009 when they wrecked Daytona. So if that car got destroyed and went into the wall, into the fence, tore the car to shreds. Again in 2013.
Out west to lose 2 cars in one day, it's got to be incredibly frustrating, and we'll see the impact when we get to Phoenix next week. Vargas seems really upset. And I'm sure he's frustrated, but
unfortunate spot in the wrong time for him, with 34 getting loose and then just kind of bit sandwiched there. I'd be upset too. That's just unfortunate racing luck right there.
And he's a hustler. He had a great qualifying run down at Daytona, finished in the top 20, but he's a guy that you want to root for and an underdog in the series, and you hate to see his day come to a close like that.
So the track car going down one round, 4 tires, and Justin Allgaier easily the first one off pit road.
Wow, that was really tight as Ty Gibbs left behind John Hunter Nemechek in the 26. Allgaier's group holds serve. +1 for Gibbs. Gregson goes back 1. A.J. Allmendinger surfacing late. +2 for the 16. 8th caution of the day. A pile up coming off the corner.
Magic Dragon.
Jesse Owuji.
Seven pretty committed to the 9 right there.
Road. There's a lot of great men and women on pit road there, so luckily no one hit anything on pit road.
66 is J.J. Yalen. Riley Herbst's got a piece of the action. And for the second straight week, a crash 21.
Out there, bud. They're coming to you now.
He took a big hit. Those hits, when you hit a flush hit to the wall with the side of your car, there's no give. Those frame rails were made to stay there. You take the hit. It's a brutal hit.
Unfortunate, Ryan. That car be tore up at the end of the race. He was running great all day.
Going down into turn 3. See it's kind of when everything checked up from the leaders getting loose. Whoa.
Well, that was violent, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. The 18 just took a big move up the racetrack.
Got really free, kind of out of the blue. Maybe when everyone checked up, he kind of had to get out of the gas and it
he got
unlocked
loose there.
something. Yeah, in the rear end. Or
you see him get loose and kind of corrected up the racetrack.
Push on the. Oh, got disconnected. 54's clear.
Point standings all be screwed up at the end of the day.
He's going to be second behind Gibbs.
Tight door to door going to that quarter to 7. Tight Gibbs got that clean air like you talked about, right, Blaney? It's going to be hard to get around, and the 9 showed to have a lot of speed, though. I would say it's over yet.
Big mess from third on back.
9 ain't letting him get away. Oh, big slide by Brandon Jones.
Josh Berry riding the rim has got it up to 4th.
Just keep finishing your bench. Short it again. Short it again.
Told you, Gibbs has a shot at winning.
You're a driver for all you got running qualifying laps. Listen to your spotter, trying to figure out where the 9 is. If he's making any speed, what you have to do to try
Who you gonna wait to win yet?
Anything you can do to try to break the draft down the back straightaway. Keep that lead.
He's pulling him a little bit. There's nothing helping. I think there was just a little tight.
He's been struggling with a car ever since he hit the wall, but he might come back.
3 miles to victory for Ty Gibbs. This team's so good a year ago on mile-and-a-half tracks. Gibbs won a pair. Nemechek won. Kyle Busch
Right there.
was outstanding.
No need. Straight, run regular. Don't break into your arm.
White flag is out in Las Vegas.
You can hear him saying, you can hear him talking to Ty Gibbs, telling him no pressure, just ease it around. You can coast from here.
I do believe they're going to let him race back.
There it is, the yellow.
That will end it. Ty Gibbs is going to win in Las Vegas.
Or back her down, roll out of it. There may have fluid, so don't bust your tail.
Wouldn't that be something?
Check the flag. What are you doing there, guys?
Once the leader takes the white flag, the next flag makes it official. In this case, It's the caution. Ty Gibbs has got his first victory of 2022.
That's why you got to watch the end of these things. Wouldn't have called it, you know. You look at there at the end, the 7 of Justin Allgaier looked like the dominant car. Did a good job through the pit cycle. They were looking great.
Here's the crash that brought out the caution.
Not clear.
51 wins both stages. Ty Gibbs gets the lead on the final restart. He leads the last 6 laps, and that's all he needed to claim the victory.
That's all it takes. All it takes is one, really.
That's right. That's right. And great, you know, I mean, you looked at the 7 gave him a really good push to get to the lead, and that's what it took. You know, I mean, we saw the leader be able to get clear by turn 1 and it make a huge difference, and he was able to do that and hold the night off.
A year ago, he made 18 starts. Was Rookie of the Year after winning 4 times. And the 19-year-old picking up the checkered flag for the first time in his career at Las Vegas. It's only one here on a pair of occasions. Gibbs celebrates. Third driver with 5 wins through 21 starts, joining Darrell Waltrip and Ryan Newman.
He can't even go to the casino there. Oh, he can, I guess. Put his winnings in the casino. He can't throw it on 54, I guess.
How about it, Vince?
Boy, this is a happy racer right here. How about it, man? You guys had a great long-run car all day, but not the short run. But you had to do it on the short run. How did you win that restart and win the race?
You know, first of all, I want to say all glory to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I want to say thank you to Him, and I want to second off, I want to apologize to the 38 or the 39 for still the contact I made. You know, it wasn't my best decision, and I'm sorry to our whole group, Ryan's family. They worked so hard, so I want to apologize to them. But let's put this thing on red, baby. Let's go!
What does it mean to you, Ryan, Ty, to have gotten this win today after everything that you guys had to go through throughout the course of this race? I mean, it wasn't without its issues, and you still managed to survive and finish it up with the win.
Yeah, you know, it was awesome. I want to say thank you to Justin Allgaier for my push, too. That helped me out a lot. You know, I had a fun time racing with the junior cars, so, you know, hopefully we can keep it going. We can go win some more races. I want to say thank you to Monster Energy Toyota. My Toyota GR Supra was so fast. So, you know, this is awesome, and let's go! Woo!
Ty Gibbs.
And what a day it was for Noah Gragson. Left 51 laps today, the most you've ever led here at your home track. You came up 1 spot short again, but you're a little upset. Was there something with the restart that you're going through in your head?
Yeah, just kind of got beat at our own game there. Restarts just, you know, came up short, but it felt like he was rolling, but, you know, I guess that's the box that we're in. But 50th anniversary Bass Pro Shop Camaro was really good. Thanks to Johnny Moore, Z-Man, JP, everybody who helps this program. Rusty at True Timber and the guys over at Black Robber Coffee, appreciate it. Just, you know, we got warned earlier in the race for kind of doing something similar to that, but led by Luke Lambert, but yeah, we'll come back stronger next weekend.
Thanks, Noah. Adam?
I mean, I know he's disappointed, and I understand because he wants to win here in his hometown. But the being with us, congratulations, Ty Gibbs. It's time now for college basketball.
Love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.